I mean, those who retired, right? I don't know about those who are on constant pension right now, but those batch of people who got retired, last time they were able to process or get their gratuity and pension through, according to somebody, that was contesting this argument with me. According to him, the guy said it was 2018. But of course, we have data or information that the last time was around 2015. Because I know somebody who died last year who was not able to get her gratuity and pension, who got retired around 2015. My own mother, too, till date, after 4 years of retirement from the Delta State Civil Service, has not gotten her gratuity and pension. So a lot of civil servants are basically angry about Okowa as a governor, and you're trying to, push PDP, to become presidential, so to speak, and that's the kind of running mate you have, So that's another implication of their decision, and they're going to suffer for it, right? PDP, basically, I would rate about 60% and APC 40% based on performance. And if we have kids, right, or if we're teachers, we can basically agree that those are not pass marks. If you're looking for people who are very excellent, right, in terms of their work, Peter Obi basically has a track record. Until date, nobody has been able to contest that track record. Nobody. And that's why it's baffling, that we still see some people trying to go back again and roll the clock back and allow PDP or even an APC to test power. We have tried these two parties. Let us give, a trial to a different party and see if there won't be a change. And until we are bold enough to allow such change to occur, we will still be crying. We'll be crying. And a lot of us are taking for granted, the predictions that have been made, by, the United States a couple of years ago, that if Nigeria is not careful, they're basically sliding, into a failed state. And we see this. We've seen what has happened with Bangladesh, Pakistan, and a couple other countries that are suffering economically. Today, salaries are not paid without government borrowing. That is shameful. It is shameful. I want to stop here and not make or cast aspersions, because if you allow me to go or continue, I would just make some statement here that would get some people on the other camp riled up, for no reason. Thank you.
Mood, I will refer you to a post that Okowa's, I think, essay, media, and so on, posted about the pension, whatever. I have posted it on the Jumbotron. Please go read it, okay, and watch it.
Let us hear you out, because I've been following that essay, and I've chosen not to join words with her because they're just trying to bamboozle people. I am from Delta State. From Delta State.
My grandmom is from Delta State.
Okowa is just 15 minutes away from me. He's like a relative. I will not be here, casting aspersion if it wasn't true.
Okay, guys.
I grew up in Patani local government, Delta State. That's my grandmother's village. So for me, I don't want to say much. Whenever I analyze politics, one thing about me is that whenever I analyze politics, I post this on the Jumbotron. Watch it. I don't want to say anything about it. You guys should watch it.
Dos Santos, that's fine. We are going to watch it. And then maybe, hopefully, just maybe, that will help us to actually, how do I put it? It will help to strengthen our resolve to kick Okowa out. I mean, because obviously for a state that receives the amount of allocation that comes to Delta State, you don't expect to see the level of potholes you see everywhere, littered everywhere in the state. I mean, obviously, I don't know. I don't have anything to say to him as an individual, but let's move ahead. Because when you look at their level of money that these people have access to, I mean, a state that receives average of 17, 18 billion per month from the national, and then you have excess funds internally generated revenue of close to 8 billion per month. I mean, what the fuck are you doing with the money? But let's leave it. Let's leave that for now. So let's have you, Jessica, speak to us. Jessica, let's have you. Jessica, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Good evening.
Evening
I
to
hope
you. Good to have you.
I'm audible enough, right?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, from your topic, you said PDP refusal to. I feel that is actually a big problem. Like, in fact, everything about the party PDP is a problem. Both from the zoning of presidency, the vice president, just everything about them, and these people coming now to canvass for votes is actually, I don't know, it's funny. I'm really happy that I'm alive in this moment. Like, these things are happening. You understand? The so-called party that each and all these two big political parties, like, they looked down on us. I can remember when this thing was happening, they keep making jest of us, caricature, they're on Twitter warriors, stuff like that. And now them they run hater skater. Like, it's quite funny. Then I feel this obese movement is like everything is just, I feel it's created to just favor the movement. Like, for I watched APC during the APC primaries. I was just like, "Ah, let it not be that." Like, I feel if this guy, what's his name, Osibanjo, is an APC candidate, because Osibanjo is quite smart. I feel if he's the APC flag bearer, I think he would have even been like, this is me thinking now. I feel maybe this movement wouldn't have. See, you see the party bearer in APC. It's very difficult to sell this man to a non-Yoruba indigenous. It's very difficult. Apart from the people that want to vote him based on his party, like somebody who is an APC flag, who is an APC candidate, I want to vote him. So when Tinubu in mind, I was like, okay, yeah, at least it's going to be a little bit like Obi is not having much competitors like that. Now again, the zoning of the vice president, him thinking a Muslim ticket, a PDP picking. I feel PDP, even if PDP want to pick the vice president, should have looked for somebody like Wiki, like just maybe, or even what's this? In fact, just I feel they made a wrong choice too in picking the vice president. The vice president is also a wrong choice. The presidency on this one is a wrong choice, and now they just want to amend things, trying to come up with, well, it's all in the past. Then for the other guy that said, see, in the North Central, right? Don't let them deceive you. See, if they can do election now in the North Central I'm talking about, you see Abuja. Okay, Abuja is not North Central, but I will just include it. Plateau State, Taraba, like mostly North Central. I'm telling you, P2B is going viral there. I'm serious. Benue State, P2B is going viral there. I have friends there, and I know what these people have taken this. Now even they campaign. This one that I normally do every day. Talk to people. They campaign. See their status. Like, they campaign more than me. It's like it's now a competition, and I will be like, and these people are not, you can't say they are Igbo people. This guy's movement is just growing on a daily basis, you understand? So I feel we are all trying, like, our efforts are being seen to be alive at this moment, even if this guy did not win, for the fact that he is currently the most talked about political candidate. sometimes you will see some these APC people trying to get their opinions as the public opinions of people. Like everybody, PDP. It's actually for me. Oh, see, even if PDP did not win, I'm really glad that I'm alive at this moment, watching APC people, watching PDP people running head together because of one social media president. Like it's funny, but yeah, that's it. So that's just what I want to say, Sha. So yeah, thank you. I'm done.
Okay, guys, thank you so much, Jessica. Mood, it looks like you wanted to respond. You want to quickly respond?
I just want to quickly respond to Santos's post on the Jumbo Tree. So, for me, that's an excuse, right? To say that they had a backlog of 100 billion naira before his government came into place. I say this because before the government of Okowa came in 7 years ago, people were being paid salary as at when due. I have people in civil service in Delta State, right? They never had any problem. They never had complaints. People were being paid their pensions. So what happened all of a sudden, a new government came and people started having epileptic salary payments.
Okay.
You can't deceive people that way, you can't.
Anyway, Mood will allow the people of Delta State to make their choice. I mean, I'm sure they know what is good for them. Even if the governor of Edo State can even accept that his state has now, everybody is now obedient. I mean, you can imagine what will happen in Delta. So I can promise there are two people I want to make promise to. Tinubu of APC in Lagos and Atiku of Adamawa. These two states will be obedient on the day of election. I don't know of other states, but at least I'm assuring them that those two states we are going to clear them. Let's have you Adam them, right? Adam them.
Good evening or good morning, wherever you are. Hi, Chief. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So I need to make a declaration that I do not have a British accent or American accent, and I do not speak good grammar. I'm a Yoruba man. Yoruba is the language, English is vernacular. That being said, you see, I just want us to recognize some things which are facts. So number one, I think we have 109 or 107 senators and 309 or maybe 316 House of Representatives. And I do not think that these are the people that are actually corrupt or that has made Nigeria worse. Oftentimes when we talk about Nigeria, when it comes to PDP, we always forget the civil servants, the career officers. And we always, all of us blame the politicians, but we haven't hold accountable the career officers that are just like, or even the lecturer at schools that, or the people in the secretariat in the ministries, that they are just like a worker there, but they have enough money to send 5 or 3 children abroad. They have houses that is like 100 of times more than their salary. But we blame the politicians. We forget to hold accountable the people that are enabling them to steal our money. Politicians, maybe 4 years as a governor or 8 years maximum. Yes, senator has no term limits. But but they met some people in the ministry and they left them there. Have we as Nigerians start asking these people questions? How did you get this wealth? You go to university. Let us even forget the lecturers. Those administrative staff, they are the ones that either delay your results, hold your certificates, they demand for money. We don't blame them. Let's look at customs. Let's look at police. Let's look at the court system, the justice system. Let's look at healthcare system. Now, I'm just trying to bring this to awareness. And I'm glad that for the first time, the Southern youth, I'm referring to the whole Southwest, South, Southeast, are waking up to what is actually what we're supposed to be doing since 1999. We are waking up to our responsibility now, and we just want to fix something that has been damaged for years in 1 year. I do not think we can do that. That's my opinion. Let me say this. Number two is that I do hope, I pray that this our passion, this our desire, this zeal will not stop in 2023 and will not just be to vote whosoever you want to vote for, but that it will continue, that we will hold them accountable after the election. I hope it will not die once your candidate did not win, or even after your candidate win, we will then just say, oh, we won, and that is the end. I hope that will not be the end of this movement. Now, I also want to say this, because I see all of us, we are passionate about our candidates, but I want us to be respectful. You know, some of us will say something that we think that is the golden truth, or that must be the truth. We should not, and Nigeria will not become one party state. That is not good for us. And everybody has the right to choose whoever they want to vote for. Because somebody says something, anybody that is heard is correct will not vote for Atiku. That is a very, very offensive statement. The fact that you support Obi doesn't mean that everybody will support Obi. So we do not say that to people, or that maybe they are not educated or something. No. You will see, you have your reasons why you're supporting Obi. Other people have the reason why they support Tinubu. Other people have the reason why they support Atiku. I think we need to be civil in our engagement with each other. It is very, very important. Because the language you say, remember you are representing somebody. Just ask yourself, will Obi say such a thing to other candidates that are not following him? Yes, I am going to vote for PDP, and that's my choice. No matter what you say, because you have to remember something, politics is local. Today, we are all focused on the president. What about the governor of the state? What about the House of Rep? What about the senators? What about the state House of Assembly? Let me ask us, since 1995 that we return to democracy, how many of us has written our local government councillor once, or even our local government chairman that this my area needs A, B, C, D? I don't think we. So we just wake up one morning and want to change Nigeria, which we led for like 20 years. Another thing I want to ask us is this, or say is this: the health center in our local government, the one that is closer to our family, is the local government health center, not even the state health center. But we have a councillor that is responsible for that area. We never ask them to fix it. We are waiting for Abuja to come and fix it. Abuja will not fix some of our problems. So I want to appeal to every one of us. As we are passionate as we become the president, remember the president will need the Senate, he will need the House of Rep member to work with him. And no matter who is your governor, he will need the State House of Assembly to work with him. So also our local government, we all need to start asking our councillor question, our local government chairman, our State House of Assembly. They have more direct influence on what happens to us. Currently, I'm not here to vote brief for any politician. But the reality is that all over the world there is inflation. All over the world. If you ask anybody that lives anywhere out of the world, everything has gone up. But because of lack of good leadership, lack of planning, lack of thinking ahead, Nigeria did not plan for all of this. So we find ourselves where we find ourselves today. We can blame APC, we can blame PDP. At the end of the day, you have to give one credit to Atiku. He brought Obi in 2019. At least he identified something in him that made him to choose him as the vice president. And in this life, 1 minute, please, 1 minute. In this life, life cannot always be good to you, and politicians cannot satisfy your need unless you put pressure on them. You who ask, receive. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your thoughts with us. But let me quickly say that Atiku did not bring Peter to the limelight. Peter was arguably the most performing governor during his time. I mean, he was already a leading light. There is no how Atiku would have been able to ignore such a sound mind, since he was looking for somebody that will complement him, at least somebody that is clearly more competent than he was, than he is till date. So, I mean, just like I said, I think I've said this before, and I said, if all our concern as a country is about who can win an election and not who can fix Nigeria, then we have a problem, right? I think we should move a little bit away from this whole idea of who can win, who can win, who can win.
Hold
Obasanjo,
on, Mr. Jan.
hold on,
Mr. Jan.
sir.
I didn't say Atiku will win.
I know,
So,
I know.
hold on. And then you see this language, who can fix Nigeria? Do you know the problem of Nigeria? And you think one person can fix Nigeria problem in 4 years? My
Hold
friend,
on, sir.
wake
Hold
up.
on. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not saying that anybody can fix Nigeria, not even in the next 10 years. I mean, but when we say fix, we are talking about who can kickstart the process, because obviously we are nowhere to be found. And for you to kickstart the process of fixing a country, you need someone that can inspire hope, especially in the younger generation, which Obi has clearly done. So you cannot drive a nation, you can't even inspire the people you want to lead. Clearly, Atiku has no capacity to inspire Nigerians. If he had, I mean, people will be following him. So Obi has spoken to the minds of people, and people are following him. So this is the right person that will drive the process. To fix Nigeria, all hands has to be on deck. Even as a young person, I will have to play my own role. Every other person have to play their own role. You yourself, you have to play your own role. But someone had to lead that charge. And you need someone that can drive the process. You need someone that can inspire the next generation. And this is what clearly His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi is doing. So, like I would always say, I mean, it's still not late. If the PDP believes that APC should not come back, and then we have to defeat them, then you collapse your structure to that of a Labour Party, or maybe form an alliance with Labour Party as P2B as the president, and we will all support whoever, we will all support him with his VP. And of course, we wrestle power back from because for us as young people, especially, I think the major thing is not for us who can win, actually, because in 1998, Obasanjo could not have won the election. People had to, support him to be able to win, right? In 2007, Umar Musa Yar'Adua could not have won. Buhari tried for how many years? He didn't win until some people supported him. So this is exactly what we are going to do, to support His Excellency Mr. P2B to win, because we know that nobody on their own can win elections. So it has to be a collective effort, and this is what the Nigerian youth have started. And we are going to get the support of our leaders, who clearly sees where we are going and who clearly understands and believes in the Obi vision that will drive it. So thank you so much for your contribution, sir. We have Dimma. Dimma, you're here. Can we have you?
Yes. Good morning, everyone. So it's really annoying and also laughable that we'll be in the space talking about who is going to win, who's not going to win. What we should be talking about is who is going to really deliver us from this dungeon that we are in. And what we have to do is to look at the records of the people, the presidential candidates we have at hand. That is what we should be talking about, and not talking about who is going to win, who is going to to win in this geopolitical zones. And even we're talking about the North too. The first WhatsApp group I entered, the Northern that is the admin there. And these three states, Katsina, Kanu, and Kebbi, he's really doing a lot. In fact, they are doing a lot already there. And they are doing a lot for Obi. So even when people are saying, okay, that people the Northerners are going, I heard someone say that the Northerners The only thing they hear is power. The guy told us there that as of 3 days ago, 22 people died in Castina. What killed them is hunger. 22 people died in Castina. And you're telling me that they will just listen and you tell them about power and they will just yield and come and vote for you. We are moving away from that narrative already. We are moving away from that narrative already. We should be talking about who is going to deliver us from the dungeon, because we, in the whole country in Africa, I think we are, I don't even know what to call us. I don't even know what to call us. We shouldn't be talking about what has, if we talk about what with Atiku, what has Atiku really done in his own state? The 8 years he has been a vice president, he has money, he has power. What has he done in his own states? How has he helped his own people in his own states? Let's look at what he has done. The only thing he will do is to come and contest. If he doesn't win, he will go back to wherever he is. Where can he talk, as in can he come and say he has really impacted in their lives? How many people can come out and say, oh, Atiku has helped in this so and so place, being the kind of person he is? And you think when he comes to be a president, he's going to do wonders? He's not going to do anything. As far as I'm concerned, he's not going to do anything. We should move away from this PDP, APC. We should look out. We should go away from the box, because we are still in the box. Maybe because of our personal gains and because of our whatever we want to gain, because we are in the party or whatever. We need to move. You need to see people. People are hungry. People are hungry. People are dying. There was a woman I met. She said she hasn't gone to hospital for 8 years. She's afraid to go to hospital because she feels if she goes to hospital, she will die. Because there's no hospital, there's no food, there is nothing for people. People are dying. Imagine the president today. I heard the news. The president they attacked the president. What do you think is going to happen if we miss it this time around? In the next 2 to 3 years, this country will not be found. So I yield.
Okay, thank you, Dimma. I mean, everybody knows, we already know where we are as a nation. This is why I am not even, I already know that surely we are going to kick APC out. I mean, they already know that. But my only concern is how we are going to get PDP to collapse their structure so that we'll be able to do that.
Jack, can I respond something? A lot of people have spoken now. And I'm supposed to respond.
Okay, yeah, Dos Santos, go ahead. Go ahead. You have 3 minutes, my brother.
Yeah, Dimma, you made mention of Atiku. He has not impacted anything in his life, in people's life. And when he was the vice president, what has he done? And I believe Osinbajo too will say the same thing, even Namadi Sambo. Atiku is not the head of government. He's not the one that is approving budget and so on. Okay? Now, let me tell you this. I posted a video on the Jumbotron on CNN. Atiku sent Chibok girls scholarship in his university. Okay? 57 Chibok girls. You can watch it. It's on the first, Jumbotron. Some of the girls have graduated. I believe that is very important, And I believe, since you are Peter Obi's supporter, okay, I love Peter Obi. Peter Obi, I've said it several times, that he's still loyal, up to today, he's still loyal to Atiku. That is it. He said Atiku has the experience. He has said he said Atiku is a unifier. So what else do you want? Because Peter Obi has supporting has said a lot of good things about him. And I here discredit Atiku. Anyways, I don't want to delve into that. Now, I told someone about Kwankwaso, why Kwankwaso will never be deputy governor. My problem is that we Nigerians, we don't know history. We don't know. So I will tell you the reason why Kwankwaso made that statement on Channels TV, where he said he don't want to be deputy or he don't want to be the vice president. Is what he said is based on political history. It happened to him. Okay, where he said if you become vice to Peter Obi or anybody in the South, he will lose. And it is the truth. Let me tell you this. In 2003, Kwankwaso was still the governor in 1999, Kwankwaso was the governor of Kano State. 2003, Abubakar Remi, the Second Republic, the governor of Kano State in the Second Republic, wanted to contest as the president in Nigeria in 2003 under the PDP. Kwankwaso supported a Yoruba man, Obasanjo, instead of his own statesman, that was the former governor. Okay, what happened? The people of Kano voted Kwankwaso out of power, and they elected Ibrahim Shekarau. That was what happened. The people of Kano then were so mad at him. Obasanjo had to compensate him as the Minister of Defense in 2003. That is history. That's why I said I've made this prediction in different spaces that Kwankwaso can never, because he knows that if he do that, his people will vote him out. He knows. That's why he made that statement. It's based on political history. That's why whenever I'm analyzing politics, I analyze based on history, analyze based on evidence. Now, let me respond to someone placard that said PDP Constitution, PDP Constitution. I posted about ex-governor of Niger State, Babangida Aliyu. He said they had an agreement. So that if he said PDP are following their constitution, did they follow their constitution in 2011? Obasanjo, let's imagine PDP followed their constitution. 1999 to 2007, South, what's it called? Southwest. 2007 to 2015 supposed to be the turn of the North. What happened? Yar'Adua died. Don't you think that 2011 the North supposed to govern? The North did not govern. They had an agreement with Jonathan. Will you tell me that PDP followed their constitution in 2011? Will you tell me that PDP followed their constitution in 2015? No! That's what I'm trying to say. I posted videos. Please, when you're analyzing politics, post videos so that people will see evidence. It's not that you will come on public Twitter spaces and be deceiving people with rhetoric oratory. Me, I hate all those rhetoric oratory. Now, let me tell you this. For what you that said PDP government are failures, Jonathan did, Jonathan that. I'm a strong supporter of Jonathan. I will tell you something that most of you do not know. Do you know that in 2014, according to Kawu Baraje, he said, I post the video, I post the newspaper there. He said APC imported bandits to Nigeria. How many of you know? Don't forget what Buhari said when Jonathan won the election. He said he will make Jonathan's government ungovernable. He said it. When Jonathan was fighting Boko Haram, what did he say? He said a killing of Boko Haram is a killing of the North. That's what he said. Do you know that El-Rufai tweeted, I posted his tweet, read it. El-Rufai said that Jonathan is the sponsor of Boko Haram. El-Rufai. I posted a video again on this Jumbotron. Watch it. And Honorable Farouk from Jigawa State, he went to America. Then Jonathan was in America. He went to America, Washington, D.C., to go and see Barack Obama, saying that Barack Obama should arrest President Jonathan. I posted the video. Watch it.
Okay, Dos Santos.
Oga, you have said. I understand what you're saying.
No, see, I've responded to what you said about.
Sorry. I waited for you. Sorry, I waited for you to finish. Your analysis are right. First of all, let me tell you, we are not. You said what article did he gave scholarship. We are not talking about anybody can give scholarship to school.
You mentioned that scholarship is part of impact.
Scholarship is not any philanthropist can give a scholarship. What I'm talking about is what you have done, the impact you have made in your state. Not
in my state.
So for you to give scholarship to these schools, people that merited it in this school.
That's fine. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
For what you have done.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm still the host here. So please let's I don't want the back and forth. I mean, we don't have time. This is the space will be closing up soon. So let's give some few more persons opportunity to share their thoughts with us. I mean, once we have the speakers here, then we'll be shutting the space for tonight. So let's have negotiate. Right? Am I correct? Negotiate. Can we have you? Negotiate. Can we have you now?
Okay.
Sorry, my network. Sorry, guys, my network. So please go ahead.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I greet you all. I think I've been listening. I've been keenly listening to whatever what everybody's saying. The Santos people that have made contributions and all that. Well, as regards to what's happening in our political spheres now, PDP hasn't done so good. If they have, we won't be where we are today. They haven't been in a nice opposition to this current government and all that. Now, as it is, what has PDP done? Let's start looking at the state levels and all that. Let me take, for instance, Abia State as it is. What are PDP doing to hold their state governors accountable? Why will you sit down and watch that a governor has woefully failed in a first term? You agree for him to go for a second term. In fact, Abia State has keep on producing back-to-back bad governors as it is. Do you understand me? Even as it is now, let's check other PDP governors now. I think check the talk of Seyi Makinde and some other few ones who are doing well. And you say PDP have good things for us. We should start from the state levels. What are they doing to hold them accountable? I think we should be talking about persons now, not party as it is, because this party thing has done us so bad. Because that is why most people in APC can't just, it's not like they like what APC do, but because it's party. It is party over other things. They have to support their party. Me, had it been Usibanjo won APC primaries, I'll be happy. At least even if Peter did not win and the Usibanjo wins this presidential election, I think he's smart and young. But looking at the fact, looking at the fact that Tinubu was able to clinch that ticket, I think that's not acceptable to us. I've not been a party man. Right from time, though I've voted PDP all my life. Those days I used to vote Apoga in the states. Then I vote PDP in the national level and all that. I've not been a party man. But this time around, I think I'll be forced to, because PDP has not really done us good. They have not. And I know that sometimes have been trying to justify them. They did that. What they are doing, is it enough? Can we judge them with the right way? Can we scale them the right way? Because most times I see they said you pay worker salary. People are jumping like they have done good things. But they are working. Is that not their wages? Are you not supposed to pay them? Is that money coming from your pocket? There are other things you have invested. Look at education, look at IT, look at other sectors that will boom the economy and all that. But we are here celebrating they paid the workers, they paid gratuity, they did road and all that. What the fuck is all those things? PDP has never done, they have not done anything. They have not. Look at most of our senators and all that. They are just there doing career politicians and all that. They can't just leave politics because they know they can't go back to anything. That is why they are all there. Somebody's in Senate for like almost 3, 4, 5 times. Go to the Senate. Go and check his constituency. He has not done anything tangible there. Nothing. And every year a party man will come and a party man will come and every year every election time a party man will come and shout voting because it is party over every other thing. So I think we should leave this party of a thing and start looking at persons. What can this person do? That was why we were begging PDP to give us P2B. Because we want this person, not just the party. But they refuse. And today we are following because we want these persons. We don't look at personality, not just party. But party is making us miss everything. That's the truth. So I think that's what I have to say. Thank you very much.
Jack, can I speak? Can I say something to what negotiation said? Negotiator, see, I've said this. Listen, I have said this in many spaces. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, somebody here came on Twitter spaces here. He said that they will not want restructuring. Okay, because they feel like Southerner can, in fact, they say Southerner cannot restructure Nigeria, right? Let me say this to you. I've posted videos. The problem of Nigeria is the constitution. A former senator said it. He said the Constitution of Nigeria can never give us peace, unity, and progress. No matter what he say, the Constitution is a problem. Just imagine that a state is controlling their resources. Do you think that state will owe workers' salary? No, because that money that that is realized from that sales of annexing their resources, they use it to pay workers' salary. That is what is done in everywhere in the world. You made mention of senators. Joe Biden, he was a senator from 1973 to 2009, 36 years. Okay, 36 solid years. And he became the vice president for 2009 to, I think, 2017, yeah. So see, senators is not our problem. Our major problem as a country is the constitution, because the constitution of Nigeria can make a competent man to become a national failure. Different people have been saying it.
Santos, can I say something?
Hold on. Adebayo, Akintola, owner of what's it called? Babalola Akintola or something. He said that the constitution of Nigeria need to be changed before we go towards 2023. You think the man is stupid when he was saying that?
Okay.
He knows.
So, okay, Dos Santos, thank you so much. I agree to a large extent that we need to correct some certain things about our constitution, but I also disagree that that should be the priority. We need you need someone that will drive the process, and you need a good leader, someone that understands the polity in the first place to be able to drive that process. And that's why we are yearning for Peter, because we know that he has the
think it will be possible.
And we know because
Jonathan tried it. Listen, Jack, let me tell you something. You don't know the politics that is going on. That is my problem. Buhari, let me explain something to you. Sorry, let me explain something to you. Buhari in 2015, hold on, sir. Sorry. 2014, Buhari knew that the Southerners want restructuring. He used that to campaign Southwest, Southeast. In the North, he did not say anything about restructuring. You think he's stupid? He knows, because the North don't want restructuring. Some of them will tell you that they don't know what is restructuring. What do you mean by restructuring? That is what they will say. That's one of the reasons why some of them hate Atiku up to today. And Atiku has been a strong advocate for it.
And now you think you just said it now that Northerners don't want restructuring, but you're supporting a Northerner which obviously is just saying restructuring because he wants to be the president.
Because he has been advocating for it long time ago, even before he became the vice president of Nigeria. He has been a strong advocate for it.
Anyways, that's by the way. We
all know this, and we are doing as if we don't know. He has been a strong advocate even before he became vice president.
Hold on, Dos Santos. We are going to interrogate him when the time comes. I mean, this is not the right time.
Please, can I tell Dos Santos something? Please.
We have.
Let me use Anambra as an example. You know, before P2B came in as a governor of Anambra State, people were saying who can do it, because we have cabals, people who are there who were holding the stage hostage. Did he do it or did he not do it? You need to start from somewhere.
My brother.
You need to start from somewhere first.
Hold on, guys. So we don't have all the time in the world, to go back and forth. I think Dos Santos knows the truth, but of course he would want to. He obviously has chosen party over Nigeria, but
Jack, no, don't say so. Don't say so. See, let me tell you this. That's why I said watch Jumbotron. Some of you. That's why if you give me the opportunity, I will explain a lot of things. See.
I know. We can have this conversation even tomorrow or later in the morning. But there are some persons here. Hold on, Dos Santos. There are some persons here that needs to sleep. Someone just sent me a message. He needs to board flight and he wants to speak to us. So please just hold on. We'll get back to you. I mean, if we still have the time, we'll still listen to you. So it's not like I'm shutting you up. I like engaging you actually. So just give us some time. Let's have Dr. Bright. Dr. Bright, let's have you, sir.
All right. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for the space. I've just been listening to a lot of things, and especially this uncle that is always trying to defend PDP with the last drop of his blood. PDP was a colossal failure. That is why people clamored for change. and that is what the APC government campaigned with. Unfortunately, the APC was a really worse failure than PDP. If PDP did so well, people would have not clamored for change. PDP did badly. The only what would I call it? Campaign that APC had was that, oh, these people are doing badly, they are corrupt. PDP was a very corrupt establishment. Let's be truthful. Very corrupt establishment. But the worst thing is that APC was even, worse at this corruption thing than the PDP, which is why it looks as if PDP have become angels compared to where APC. Both are colossal failures and both have impoverished Nigeria as a country, which is why both need to go as an establishment. Now, am I talking about individuals? Of course not, because we have the likes of Shane Makinde that is in his state doing wonderful work. So see, that guy is in PDP, yeah? But if he comes out next election cycle that he wants to run for president, I have no problem supporting him because he has shown integrity in character. He has shown ability to manage public resources. You cannot beat your chest now and tell me that the front runners of the APC and the PDP are people of integrity that can manage public resources. You can't do that. There's so many stories, verifiable, non-verifiable ones, rumors and truths to them, every single thing that we can point to these people. So both have been failures. PDP are like APC, they have been both failures. They have been corrupt from the beginning till the end. PDP shared money a lot, especially in my state. From Delta State, PDP shared money. In fact, their slogan was PDP shared the money in my state. To the point where one of my uncles was a local government councillor. And when he entered, this man does not have secondary school certificate. But when this guy entered the office, in less than 2 years, man don't swell up like who chop chicken when they do juju puts. You don't buy house, you don't buy car. From where? From where? Local government councillor, So PDP was a very corrupt establishment. And for us to say that let's bring PDP back because APC is doing worse, we're just being harmful to ourselves. So both people have to go, both establishments, the PDP and the APC have to go. The fish start to rot from the head. I heard someone saying something like, the whole Nigeria is corrupt and the leaders cannot do anything because everybody is part of it. The fish start to rot from there. So if we have a clear person at the top that is showing a right path for people to follow as an example, I believe that things will begin to get better from then on. But for you to say that we should put back these people that have impoverished Nigerians back into power because it looks like now they're going to win, we are playing a bet with our lives, and that's a very bad thing to do. And you don't like.
Dr. Bridge, please, I want you to watch this first video.
Don't engage me. Don't engage me. You talk your talk, I talk my talk. If you address me, I address you back.
Okay, guys.
Don't address me.
Thank you, Dr. Bright, for your contribution. So let's quickly have Stephen. Stephen, let's have you, sir. Quickly, thank you.
Jack the Jack. How clear can you hear me?
I can hear you very well, sir. Go ahead.
I leave this out. You are the only side that I know. As far as you are following Take Back Nigeria and doing all you are doing, I don't need another side. As far as you are obedient, and everybody in this space, as long as you are obedient and keeping sacrificing your time. This is the first time in my entire life, I'm almost 40, for Nigerians to be awake at this time talking about how to save our country. If this is not a sign from God, tell me what else is. Who in the history of Nigeria will be so concerned about our country to be awake in Nigeria at this time? I am so marveled at the love, the enthusiasm for people like Jack and many others in this room who have decided to take the country back. The truth is that Nigeria has been hijacked by the 1%. I call them the 1%. Who are the 1%? PDP, APC, Jagagban, Atiku, all of them. Obasanjo, all these people are all 1%. And the politically engaged prior to now were 10%. So let's make it 11. Now the 89% have woken up. We are the 89%. It will shock all of them. Before, they are using 2019 results to think this person will win this state, this person will win this state. Let them bring their money out. I know bullion vans are already moving. Atiku has already come from Dubai now. Let me tell my friend that is here talking about Atiku on PDP. The guy has his ticket. He's going back to Dubai. Though he has bought his ticket. He's a regular flyer. He will, when he finishes losing this time, he will go back permanently. We don't need him. We need to change Nigeria ourselves because these people have failed us enough, and our country must be taken back. There is no way the ordinary Nigerian who is being slaughtered every day, even in North, even in Castina, people are not safe. People cannot go to the farm in Castina. I heard somebody crying about their parents who was killed by bandits. It did not make the news. So many things are happening. You don't hear it on the news. Nigeria is a failed state as it is right now because of the failures of 16 years of PDP that gave us former PDP people that call themselves APC. I understand that people say P2B is also former PDP and all that. We realize the fact that you needed a party before now to have any voice nationally, which is why a sound man went to, like P2B, went to PDP. He needed a vehicle. Atiku saw what we all saw and chose him as his VP. And you were right, Jack. He saw that this guy will help me win. He tried to use him. But now, as to have it, the power-hungry PDP could not see the signs on the wall that this country is changing. The youth are not going to take this for granted. If you saw what happened in NSAS, you already knew that the youth were angry and waiting for a way to fight back. God bless PDP for us through their greed, and they zoned it to Atiku. What a wonderful day. I celebrated when they did that. Because Obi saw the real writing on the wall that even if he was not going to run, we will force him to run because we need him. He's not the one that needs us. We need him. I want to encourage every person here. Let the next say he's only on social media. Everywhere in the country and globally, everybody talking about Obi. Go and read the BBC article about Obi. He has energized the global world. Why people here in America are asking me, who is P2B? People that don't know about Nigerian politics before. They say, I keep hearing about this. Is he really going to change Africa? I'm like, no, he's going to start with Nigeria. Because Africa needs a functional Nigeria. I am leading a 1 million man march October 1st in New York. You guys will hear it. He did not pay me. Nobody's paying me. I'm spending my money. I'm flying from different states, gathering people. We must take back our country. And by God's grace, we will also be on ground. We are calling our families. On Sunday, I had a big meeting with my people back home, all over the country. And my first question in that meeting was, show me your PVC. If you are not showing me your PVC, I'm leaving this meeting. There is no time to be wasting about talking about people that know what is right, but they are saying, but. Leave the but. It is time to ignore this 11%. We don't even need the people that have been voting before. We need the brand new voters who are going to take back our country. Adamawa will be lost. Let me shock people. P2B will win at least 20 states. At least. Mark this word. This space is recorded. At least 20 states. Everybody is angry. And P2B has given us a channel to collectively channel our. Otherwise, it would have been violence on the streets. Would have been chaos. Nigeria would be no more. This is the only way to channel our anger through the ballot box. They will be so shocked because INEC will can't vote. They will retire 3 days. They will still be counting because everybody is voting. Don't mind these people. You will be shocked at what I'm seeing. P2B will get 50 million votes. Let Atiku come and win. Let Tinubu come and spread money. How much can you steal? We don't need your money. If you bring that money, we'll take it and still vote who we want to vote. We are taking back our country. I guarantee you, P2B is the next president. Thank you, Jack. I love you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Steve. I mean, sometimes I used to think that I'm the most passionate Nigerian, but man, when I listen to some of you, wahala. I like the fact that people like the PDP are still calculating what is going to happen in 2023 using what they call their data. So they are using that's why people like Aminu Tambuwal that could not win up to 400,000 votes for PDP in Sokoto will open his gutter and say that Southerners cannot win election, cannot win for them. And he had the effrontery to step down for Atiku. I mean, you can only get that. Things like that can only happen in a country like Nigeria, where a certain set of people will be seen as people that cannot win the election. But thankfully, I mean, Obi has acceptability everywhere. If there's anything we have in common as a country, is the fact that we've all been deprived of good life by the political elite. I mean, they have ripped us as a country. Like, I don't know how to say it, but we've gone through so much pains. Do you know, guys, I just saw news now. I mean, breaking news, I think about an hour ago, that Kuje prison in Abuja was attacked this evening by Boko Haram. Abuja, Federal Capital Territory. That's how bad. And Buhari convoy in Katsina was also attacked. See, I only have one thing to tell us. I do tell people, I say, see, regardless of whatever thing you believe in and whatever country or whatever candidate you support, I think the love for Nigeria should override your sense of judgment. Like, whatever thing you think, if what is propelling you and what is pushing you is the love for this country, believe me, some of the things we are doing, we will not be doing them. But the thing is that some people, their parties have taken over them. Before now, about a month ago or so, I considered myself a PDP member. Some of us had to even tear. I was actually a card carrying member of ACN, before the party marched to, what's it called? Before the party marched with CPC and all of that, and they formed the APC. I joined the PDP, and later I joined the ANRP, and now here we are in Labour Party. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that for me, it's not about party. I have soft spots for people that, highly intellectual people that love this country just like I do. Because for me, I mean, if we don't fix Nigeria, nobody's going to fix it for us. We are not going to wait for people in America to come and fix Nigeria. And I will never accept that idea that somebody I know that has the capacity to fix Nigeria will not win. I will never accept it. I will not. We will go all out just like we've been going. I like the fact that PDP still don't believe that Peter can win. I like it. Let them keep believing that he cannot win while we keep doing the work. So I want to tell everybody here, the APC, the PDP guys, and other parties like Showore, ADC, you all should keep sleeping and keep believing that you have everywhere, that you have Adamawa. APC, keep believing that you have Lagos. Oh, yes. PDP, keep believing that you must win or you can win in Sokoto. Keep believing while we keep doing the work. But I can assure you guys that by the time we are done, you guys will say, okay, some of you have already started admitting. Ose was here. He admitted that he has never seen an organic movement like this in his entire life, not even in Africa. And we've not started. Well, so we can assure you guys that when we are done with all of you, you will understand that, when people have decided, nothing can stop them. So, President, let's have you, sir. President Daniel.
Good evening. It's morning already. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dr. Brian, Steven, Dos Santos, Oga host, negotiator. I greet everyone. One, before I start, I want to make it clear to everyone that this coming 2023 election, I'll be voting for Peter Obi. And my reason is very clear. Voting for Peter Obi or Peter Obi becoming the president will actually help other candidates who don't even have shishi to really aspire to better the lives of Nigerians. But with that being said, I wish D-Man is here. I think our problem is that we don't even read. Yeah, I'm saying that the man article is a job creator. Okay? let it be clear to you. Sentiment aside, please, let's study. If we don't know anything, let's read. When you talk about Adamawa, he created job and he's still creating jobs in Adamawa. Atiku is not just a man like that. When he was the vice president of Nigeria, Atiku carried the youth along and he worked with them. Okay? But and we just need to move forward. But not because of politics and discredit the work of that man. I've not met him. I followed him after he deleted his tweet on Deborah. I unfollowed him and I blasted him. Okay? So I've seen the man like I've read about him, I've seen his work and verify his work and I come to praise him. Okay? Don't let us discredit him. Article, well, we talk about privatization of NNPC and others. And I say to people, anybody who is fighting against uh, selling of all these government properties, they are enemies of Nigeria. And this is the 7th month of the year, but in 5 months, the NNPC has failed to remit 1 kobo into the Nigeria coffer federation account. Okay, if this is sold out, the government will benefit more and more. Okay, so but in this election, we need to be focused. We need a better person and not a party. Okay, I can vote for an APC candidate that I know very well. I wish what do you call it, Wale Oluwo was given a ticket on the platform of APC. He was the former commissioner of energy under Akim Mahmoud, and he resigned towards the end of that administration. Because I know this guy, I know him personally. Okay, I've had interaction with him. I've seen what is planned for Lagos. And assuming APC gave him that ticket, I would have voted for him. In 2023, I would vote for him because I know his capacity. He's not about the party. It's actually the right time for us to move forward. But when we want to move forward, please let us educate ourselves that when somebody is doing something, praise that person for that. When he's doing bad, condemn that person. So I'm a kind of person that if I praise you today, Jack, if I praise you today for doing a wonderful job, if you do a bad job tomorrow, I will criticize you. Even though you are feeding me, I will criticize you. And that I think that is the best way the country can move forward. So we need see when you talk about the man Atiku and the man Tinubu, Atiku is far beyond what do you call it. Tinubu has said Lagos State government to ransom since he became even after leaving the office, became governor in 1999. After leaving the office, he still the government is still feeding him. How much is what do you call it? How much is do you know how much Tinubu is getting from the government? But Adamawa is not like that. Atiku never had Adamawa to ransom. He's a businessman, okay? But I still agree with everybody that it's right time we move away from all these old politicians, people who have been around since the 80s, are running the affair of the nation. I think we should move beyond that, and I think we should vote for candidates, candidate, not party. It's time to move beyond party politics and vote for a candidate we think can really better our lives, can really better our economy, can really better Nigeria, can really move Nigeria forward. Obedient movement. If you like, you call it obituary, or if you like, you call it obedient, or if you like, you call it anything. This is a movement where nobody, a movement where no one can crush. It has come to stay. And if we can maintain this momentum and Peter Obi become the president of Nigeria, a noble person who has what do you call it, a good plan for Nigeria and want to move the country forward, will be able to vie for any political position and win. Nevertheless, let this campaign of attack one person or the other because somebody is supporting. Please let us put that aside. After the election, okay, if you have abused me and threatened me on Twitter and you meet me in real life, can you do the same thing? If you can't do the same thing, then stop attack. Don't say rubbish to me. So let's see ourselves. Even Peter Obi will never abuse Atiku because he also knows his capacity. He knows the capacity as a candidate. But all being said, I wish everybody, all the youth in Nigeria, can really rally around and vote for Peter Obi as the Nigerian president. Also, you talk about civil service. Yes, civil servants are killing this country. How much work do you think they do? When do you think they resume? I go to the National Theatre here. Last time I went there, by 1 o'clock, they're just resuming duty, and their salary will be complete. Nigerian civil servants are the laziest, and they are the most corrupt. When you talk about country, they are very corrupt. Let's talk to our brothers and sisters who are in civil service that they should put the country first. You see, a civil servant can ruin a bright president. Yes, somebody that have good plan for this country. A civil service, they can ruin his chance. So let's pray, let's hope, let's be obedient with brain, and let's support the man Peter Obi. And
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Eniola Daniel, for your wonderful submission.